भज सुन्दर गोपालम् उरवनमालम् नयन विशालम् दुःखहरम् भज सुन्दर गोपालम् उरवनमालम् नयन विशालम् दुःखहरम् बृन्दावनचन्द्रम् आनन्दकन्दम् परमानन्दम् धरणिधरम् भज वृन्दावनचन्द्रम् आनन्दकन्दम् परमानन्दम् धरणिधरम्.
Greetings to all. Welcome you all to Know Our Guru series on Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Birth. Sri Chaitanya was born in 18th February 1486 to the proud parents Sri Jagannatha Mishra and Srimati Sachi Devi at Navadvipa, West Bengal. He was named Vishwambara Mishra. His mother's father, Pandit Neelambar Chakravarti, who is a renowned astrologer, foretold that the child would be a great personage in time, and therefore he gave the child the name Vishwambar. Sri Chaitanya's father, Sri Jagannatha Mishra, had a number of daughters by his wife, Srimati Sachi Devi, and most of them expired at an early age. Vishwambar was the 10th and the youngest. One of the two surviving sons, Vishwambara and his elder brother Vishwarup, became the last object of their parental affection. Early life. For his first 24 years, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu remained at Navadvipa as a student and a householder. In his 8th year, he was admitted into the toll of Gangadas Pandit in Ganganagar, close by the village Mayapur. In 2 years, he became well read in Sanskrit, grammar and rhetoric. After the 10th year of his age, Chaitanya became a scholar in grammar, smriti and nyaya. It was after this that his elder brother Vishwarup left home and accepted the status ashram of a sannyasi, ascetic. Chaitanya, though a very young boy, consoled his parents, saying that he would serve them with a view to please God. His first wife was Srimati Lakshmi Priya. She died at an early age when he was away from home. When Chaitanya returned from East Bengal, he was requested by his mother to accept a second wife, and he agreed. His second wife was Srimati Vishnupriya Devi. After the death of his father, Sri Chaitanya set up a school of his own. Mantra initiation. A number of stories exist telling of Chaitanya's apparent attraction to the chanting and singing of Lord Krishna's name from a very young age. But largely, these were perceived as being secondary to his interest in acquiring knowledge and studying Sanskrit. So, when traveling to Gaya to perform the Shraddha ceremony for his departed father, Chaitanya met one of his guru, Ishvara Puri, from whom he received initiation with the Gopala Krishna mantra. This meeting was to mark a significant change in Chaitanya's outlook, and upon his return to Bengal, the local Vaishnavas, headed by Advaitacharya, were stunned at his external sudden change of heart from being a scholar in Sanskrit to that of a devotee. And soon Chaitanya would become an eminent leader of their Vaishnava group within Nadia. Sannyasa. He embraced the position of a sannyasi at Katova under the guidance of Keshav Bharti of that town on the 24th year of his age. After his sannyasa, he was induced to visit the house of Sri Advaita Prabhu in Shantipur. Sri Advaita managed to invite all his friends and admirers from Nadia and brought Sachi Devi to see her son. Both pleasure and pain invaded the mother's heart when she saw her son in the attire of a sannyasi. As a sannyasi, Sri Krishna Chaitanya put on nothing but a kaupin and a bahirvas, the outer covering. His head was without hair, clean shaven, and his hands bore a danda, the stick, and a kamandala, the hermit's water pot. The holy son fell at the feet of his beloved mother and said, "O mother, this body is yours, and I must obey your orders. Permit me to go to Vrindavan for my spiritual attainments." The mother, in consultation with Sri Advaita and others, asked her son to reside in Puri, the town of Lord Jagannatha, so that she might obtain some information about him now and then. Chaitanya agreed to that proposition and in a few days left Shantipur for Orissa. South India tour. He first went to Kurmakshetra, where he performed a miracle by curing a leper named Vasudeva. He met Ramananda Rai, the governor of Vidyanagar, on the banks of Godavari and had a philosophical conversation with him on the subject of Prem Bhakti. He preached Vaishnavism and Nama Sankirtan throughout the journey. Sri Chaitanya visited numerous places in South India and went as far as Kanyakumari and returned to Puri. During his journey, he had discussions with the Buddhists, the Jains, and Mayavadis in several places and converted his opponents to Vaishnavism. In this latter place, he spiritualized one Tukaram, who became from that time a religious preacher himself. At Puri, from his 31st year, Mahaprabhu continually lived in Puri in the house of Kasi Mishra until his disappearance in his 48th year at the time of Sankirtan in the temple of Tota Gopinath. During these 18 years, his life was one of settled love and pity. He was surrounded by numerous followers, all of whom were of the highest order of the Vaishnavas and distinguished from the common people by their purest character and learning, firm religious principles, and spiritual love in Radha Krishna. Tradition. Chaitanya requested a select few among his followers, who later came to be known as 6 Goswamis of Vrindavan, to systematically present the theology of bhakti he had taught to them in their own writings. The 6 saints and theologians are Rupa Goswami, Sanatana Goswami, Gopala Bhatta Goswami, Raghunatha Bhatta Goswami, Raghunatha Dasa Goswami, and Jiva Goswami. These 6 were responsible for systematizing Gaudiya Vaishnava theology. Other names. Vishwambara Mishra is his birth name. Nimai, as he was born under the neem tree. Gauranga, since his form is of golden complexion. Sri Krishna Chaitanya, that is his sannyasa name. Mahaprabhu, as he is the master of all Prabhus. Teachings. Chaitanya's direct teachings are recorded in Sanskrit verses called Sikshashtakam. Though in Vaishnava Mandali it is said Chaitanya himself wrote many songs on the Radha Krishna theme, Chaitanya's epistemological, theological and ontological teachings are summarized as 10 root principles called Dasamullahs. The statements of Amnaya are the chief proof. By these statements, the following 9 topics are taught. Krishna is the supreme absolute truth. Krishna is endowed with all energies. Krishna is the source of all rasa, flavor, quality or spiritual, rapture, emotions. The jivas, that is the individual souls, are all separated parts of the Lord. Inbound state, the jivas are under influence of matter due to their tatastha, marginal nature. In the liberated state, the jivas are free from the influence of matter. The jivas and the material world are both different from and identical to the Lord. Pure devotion is the only way to attain liberation. These were the Dasamullahs of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. I want to stress here, gurus like Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, who were revered as an avatar of Krishna by his followers, had a purposeful life of many years. The main purpose of his life was pure Krishna Bhakti and love. So the essence of this series is to make you look for more of his miracles and teachings, which were there in plenty. ఎంతరో మహానుభావులు అంతరికి వంతనము.
न भोगेन योगेन वावाजिराजौ न कान्ता सुखेनैव वित्तेषु चित्तं मनश्चेन्न लग्नं गुरोरङ्घ्रिपद्मे ततः किं ततः किं ततः किं ततः किम्.